Fantastic. Rizzle kicks. Let's skip to the good bit. It's One Radio. Good evening, 92.7 at 2 minutes past 7. How you doing, Trudes?
Oh, I'm really good. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. What I should do is, hi, I'm Paul.
Oh, I'm Trudy.
Fantastic. And it is a Thursday. It's the 5th of March, 2014. Good evening. And it is 7 o'clock, which means it's time for the 7 o'clock show.
Hurrah!
And as always, we have special guests on a Thursday, and we have got an epic guest for you tonight. You may have seen it on Facebook, you may have heard it on the proverbial grapevine, but I'll tell you more in just a moment. We've also got music from Ruda Silva, Disclosure, U2 and Daniel Bedingfield coming up in the show before 8:15.
How frightfully exciting. We've also got the Year of Request. Do you want to know what it is?
Tell me.
It is 2001.
Oh, 2001, and chosen by our exclusive special guest.
How cool is that? We've also got Vera Jumas Vera.
Backed by popular demand, and an opportunity to win some CDs tonight.
Is that right?
Yes.
How exciting!
I just decided. We'll also play the film game a little bit later on with our special guest. Should we just tell them who it is?
Yeah, listen, here's the thing. We've been so fortunate on this show. We have had some amazing guests. We've had Trevor Guthrie, we've had Joseph Clare, we've had Ivan Grek, we've had Iriloska, just to name a few. But go on, put the nation out of its misery. Who have we got tonight?
Well, if you haven't seen it online already and you haven't heard about it by word of mouth, I love word of mouth, then here it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on One Radio, here on the 7 o'clock show, we have got Malta's Prime Minister, Dr. Joseph Muscat. Yeah! And he will be joining us in the next 10 minutes.
How cool is that?
I'm actually nervous now.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're looking very nice this evening.
Yeah, I've caught the sun a bit today.
Yeah, looking very smart as
Do
well.
I look like a Belisha beacon? Yeah, looking smart. That's why I got to dress up for the PM.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, 5 minutes past 7. All of that's coming up in tonight's show. Joseph. Also, he's allowed us to call him Joseph, which is very nice of him, isn't it? He'll be joining us in the next literally 5 minutes, so stay tuned. We'll be chatting to him, and we're going to have a load of fun with him. We're going to play the film game as normal. We've got your quick fire round.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, of course, we've also got the in-depth questions, and I wonder if I get my profile right. Yeah, that's a little profile.
Of course, Trudy's profile. So if you cock up the research with the Prime Minister, that's going to be a disaster.
It's a bit embarrassing. But here's the other thing. So if you are listening, stay tuned, because this week only, you can win a prize on Vera Jumas Vera. Every time we play this game, we say it's just for fun. This week, it's a special week. We've got prizes.
What I've done is I've gone into my CD collection and thought, don't need those. And you can get your hands on them.
Neil Diamond CDs. Excellent, well done.
Let's play some more music and keep things going. We've got Wilkinson and Afterglow for you. It's One Radio. Good evening. 7 o'clock show with myself, Paul.
And me, Trudy.
And we'll be back very shortly with the Prime Minister himself. So, 92.7, good evening, it's One Radio, and of course it is a Thursday, and as always on a Thursday, we have a very special exclusive guest, probably the biggest guest, definitely the biggest guest we've ever had on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, give a big, warm Maltese welcome to the leader of the gang, the number one of Malta. It's the Prime Minister, Dr. Joseph Muscat.
Is it the biggest by terms of weight, or no, okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
Good evening.
How
are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Very good, thank you. How's your day been today?
Yeah, well, busy day. Well, that's nothing new.
As always.
Yes, but it's a nice day. It's an exciting day, as all days have been for the past year or so.
I bet, yeah. Well, we appreciate that. Obviously, you're a very busy man, so thank you for taking the time to come into the show and talk to us. Our first feature for you is called Trudy's Profile. It's really simple. Trudy, tell us how it goes.
So what I do is I go away and I do my research and I write a profile about you.
And you're believing everything you find? I hope not.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. I'm going to read you the profile. I'm going to read to the listeners the profile, and you tell me whether I've got this right or not.
Okay.
So, Joseph, this is a chance for us to test Trudy's research. Okay. At any point, if she's incorrect, just say you're wrong.
Okay.
Just buzz in and let me know.
Exactly.
So here we go. Dr. Joseph Muscat is one guest who needs no introduction. Dr. Muscat is the 13th Prime Minister of Malta. He has been the leader of the Labour Party since June 2008. Before this, he was a member of the European Parliament for 4 years. He has an outstanding academic record, including a doctorate in management research from the University of Bristol. He also has a long history at One, having worked as a radio journalist right the way through to assistant head of news in 1996. He's married to wife Michelle and they have two children, Soleil and Etoile. He is also a keen fan of AC Milan.
Oh, yes, I think all the world knows.
It was all correct.
Did I get it right?
You got it right. You got it right.
Joseph, when you got your degree from Bristol, did you stay in Bristol? Was you in Bristol?
I stayed for some time there, but it was on and off, really. It was a PhD, so it was more field research rather than attending classes.
Of course.
But I enjoyed my time there very much.
I studied in Bristol myself.
Okay, which part?
I was at UE, not Bristol University, which is the other university in Bristol. I lived there for 4 years. Love the city. I just wondered if you
quite
had
expensive.
Quite expensive. Indeed.
Did you understand the people of Bristol? Because they have an amazing accent. They say,
They're always
how are you doing, my lovely?
Well, have you
it.
tried Wales?
Yes.
My father is Welsh, so yes, so you have a very good point there.
Great stuff.
Actually, there are some very big historic links between Malta and Bristol when it comes to maritime,
of course,
merchant shipping, and that's
huge harbour in
sure.
Bristol, isn't there? Huge merchant harbour.
And the way they have developed the whole thing around, it's just amazing. I was there just when the harbour area was and Haymarket and the other places were being turned into old industrial, the new
more
thing,
commercial and residential areas.
Exactly. Fantastic development.
It's beautiful. In fact, the two phrases I know of, Trudes, that came from Bristol was obviously shipshape in Bristol fashion, but also pay on the nail. And there's a market in Bristol, I can't remember the street, but there's 4 nails in the ground.
Yes,
and that's where you used to do the deals.
Exactly.
Yes.
I know.
True.
I didn't even know that.
I'm a historian. So listen, we have to move on to some music before
But
we
that's
go
the nasty part of Bristol. I didn't go there.
It's the rough part. That's right. We have to play some music. Joseph, you've told us some songs, some of your favourite songs. I hope they're right. I hope my research is right now. I've got U2. Still haven't found what I'm looking for.
Yes.
Fantastic.
So that's up right now here on One Radio 92.7. Join us after the song very shortly, where we will continue getting to know Joseph the Prime Minister.
Malta's pride on the FM dial. 92.7 FM. One Radio.
One Radio 92.7. It's the 7 o'clock show, and of course we're joined by the Prime Minister, Joseph Muscat. Hey! We cheer you every time.
Okay.
Joseph, it's time for what we call the quick fire round.
Oh my.
It's a stressful situation. Okay. If you feel you want to
pull out?
sub anyone else in at any time,
right.
That's fine. Good.
So let me explain. I'm going to fire 10 questions at you quickly, and that will be the quick fire round.
Self-explanatory, really, to be honest.
It's fairly easy. Short answers, just firing out something back at me. Here we go. What's your favourite pastime activity?
Oh my, playing with kids.
Yeah.
My kids.
Nice. Favourite food?
Well, Indian curries.
Really?
Ooh,
Yes.
what
I
kind?
love that.
curry.
What kind?
Well, from Madras tikka masala, but more on the spicier side.
Good man. Favourite drink?
Well, I think at this point, first it was beer, then vodka. Now it's wine. I think it progresses with age. That you
I am so with you.
now
on that one.
We're not allowed to mention alcohol before 9 o'clock, Joseph. Sorry.
I think
So,
Joseph's allowed to do that.
Okay. We'll see. I will be changing rules.
Any particular? No, we'll talk about that later. Best concert you've ever been to?
Well, there have been quite a number of concerts I've been to, but which well, I wouldn't. Well, I think over here in Malta, I think the best concert was Eros Ramazzotti's concert over here, which was quite nice. Deep Purple.
Wow.
Yes, was good.
Nice.
Yes, I love those.
And where
concerts.
that was here in Malta as well?
Yes, yes, it was here.
Fantastic. Favourite destination you visited?
Well,
Bristol.
no. I love going to Italy. I think it's the place where you get the best food, the best ambience, and
That's for
not
sure.
necessarily the best football, but
Any particular part of Italy?
well, southern part mostly.
Nice.
Southern part.
Very, very nice. I'd never been to Italy until I moved to Malta 8
my.
years ago, and I can't get enough. I think it's fantastic. I'm with you on that. Place you would most like to go?
Botswana.
Wow.
Why?
Michelle and I have been reading some years back this series of novels called The Number One Ladies Detective Agency.
Right.
It's funny name. There's also a movie out, I think, about it. It was written by a Scottish doctor, Alexander McCall Smith, I believe his name was. And it was about basically everyday life in Gaborone, in Botswana's capital.
Wow.
And there are so many similarities with things that happen over here.
With Malta.
Yes, and you would say, what is there in common between a country deep in the African continent and this country? It has the same Commonwealth heritage. It's the same.
Gosh.
You would actually think at some point that you were reading about things happening in the village, in the other village,
Right.
or the
Really,
streets
really?
next to you. So we always had this fancy of visiting that place one day.
Amazing.
Any plans to go? You know when you
Not
might go?
yet.
No. Okay.
I have to say, that was a real surprise. I'm really glad you shared that, because I would never have expected anyone to say Botswana.
No, I know.
I'm going to go and do some research on that now. Favourite band or artist?
Marillion by far.
Marillion.
Yes, by far.
Good man.
I love a bit of Marillion.
Good
We've got a
man.
bit of Marillion coming on later in the show, actually, as well.
If you weren't in politics, what would you most likely like to do or be?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a painter, an artist. But then I discovered that I was colorblind.
Charcoal sketches would be fun.
That's quite difficult.
Gosh.
That's quite difficult. And well, I think if I wasn't in politics, I think I would start writing a lot.
Really?
A lot of stuff.
Fantastic.
Not necessarily politics.
Beautiful.
I call myself a writer occasionally, but I haven't finished my first book, so I think it's rude to call myself a writer if I haven't made any money from it
Yeah,
yet.
that's just unpaid.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a hobby.
Biggest career aspiration as Prime Minister? That's a kind of a big
Lead-
question, but we'll keep it
So
small.
I think putting my mind to rest that the country we're leaving will be a country where I want my kids to grow up, and it's a safe country. It's a country where they can find their job. If they want to venture elsewhere, they're free to do so, but it's the place they think of as home, as the place where they can fulfill their future.
For
That's
sure.
my biggest aspiration.
That's
yeah.
fantastic. What a great answer. Who would you most like to have a glass of wine with, dead or alive? Any wine of your choice.
Meaning if I'm dead or
No. After you die, who would you like to have a wine with? No, of course. Anyone dead or alive.
No, I think I've met a couple of really inspiring people. But I kick myself, but I didn't have the occasion, because it was a different period in history, of meeting Bob Kennedy, not JFK, his brother. I'm a great admirer of his. He was killed on the campaign trail just after his brother was killed. He was killed in a hotel kitchen. He would have made, I believe, the best president that the United States ever had.
Really?
Lately, there were some studies on the effect had JFK and his brother stayed alive on America's and the world's history. And probably Vietnam wouldn't have taken place. Probably the world would have taken a slightly more pacifist twinge, let's put it that way. So I think Bob Kennedy is he's an inspiration when it comes to civil rights, when it comes to most of the things he did and said.
Good answers. My
The
goodness.
best answers we've ever had.
Oh
really
my
is.
God. I wasn't shown the question.
Well, I have to say, that comes to the end of the quick fire round. Hooray! Hey, well done, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to move on to some more music. Joseph, you've given us a small list of your favourite songs. You mentioned Marillion earlier. I'm a big fan of Marillion, but I've got written here that you might be a fan of Torch Song.
Yes.
Right, fantastic. We've got it up right now here on One Radio, 92.7. Join us shortly while we'll be back with the PM. .7 One Radio. We're back after a bit of Marillion. Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Trudy.
And we're joined once again, and still, he hasn't run away yet. It's Mr. Joseph Muscat. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for sticking around.
You've locked the door.
We've also super glued your feet to the floor, but we haven't told you that yet. No, thank you for joining us once again. What we're going to do now is play the film game.
Oh my.
Now, you chose for today's year of request 2001. Okay. I've got the top 10 grossing films from the year. Are you a film man?
I am, but 2001, I don't think I'm prepared on.
That's no problem. That's no problem. We only ask two questions. Have you seen it? Would you watch it again?
Okay.
Real simple stuff. And Trude, you're in on this as well, so
I
I'm going to be
am
asking
indeed,
both of you, okay? Okay, first up, number 10, top 10 grossing films of 2001. It was the prequel to The Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal.
Hannibal, yes.
You seen it?
I've seen it. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. Well, seen it does seeing and just closing your eyes.
Slept to it.
No,
Finding
just
your friends.
it's quite. It's about Hannibal Lecter.
That's right.
It's a bit grim.
Yes.
Would you watch it again?
No. In the sense that it's that sort of movie where you want to watch it, but you're not sure that. You
should.
when he takes off the cranium and
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes, indeed. Okay, moving on. Truth, have you seen it?
I've seen Silent Sounds. I haven't seen Hannibal, so I'm not going to watch it again because I'm the same as you. I'm a little bit squeamish.
Okay, I haven't seen Hannibal, but now from your review, Joseph, I might go home and watch it. Number 9, top 10 grossing films of 2001. Now, this was a remake of an original huge cult film, but this was the remake of it, Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yes, what a great film. Would you watch it again?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
I would, definitely.
Is this a boys' film? I haven't seen it.
might
Planet of
be.
the Apes, come on.
I'm
It
sorry.
was the original Charlton Heston, I believe.
Yes, the original.
Right,
Yeah.
the
so that
original.
one I have seen. This one I haven't.
So you wouldn't watch it again?
No, definitely not.
And there was now the re-remake. Well, can you call it re-remake?
Yes,
was,
yes.
A couple of years ago.
Yes,
last
that
year.
was Rise of the Planet of the
Rise
Apes,
of the
wasn't
Planet,
it? That's
yes.
right. I think they're both good. I'd watch them both again.
Great.
Number 8, excuse me. Top 10 grossing films 2001. Jurassic Park 3.
No.
No. Truth?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
If you haven't seen Jurassic Park 1, 3 isn't worth it. Number 7, top 10 grossing films of 2001. Our year of request today is The Mummy Returns, Joseph. No?
Is Brendan was
Yes, that's right.
No.
Rubbish.
I'm not reading it.
Okay,
I'm
good.
not
I
reading
agree.
it.
Truth.
I
No.
might have watched it. I must say. So
But if you can't remember it...
No, nothing really to write home about.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen it, and no, I definitely wouldn't make any effort to watch that.
I have seen it. Wouldn't watch it again. Number 6, Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
Good film, I
Absolutely.
thought. Bit of an epic.
Yes, quite. And I think for 2001, the special effects were quite
Incredible.
Incredible, yes.
Would you watch it again, though?
Yes. I think actually I watched it twice or 3 times.
Okay, good. Truths?
Feels like a film I should have seen.
You should. you
Yeah.
should.
Haven't seen.
What's the heartthrob's name?
I can't remember.
Oh, Harry Connick Jr. is in it, is he?
No.
No, that's totally the wrong film.
No, that's
another
I
one.
don't know. I've seen it, and it's a brilliant film, but it's a bit too epic for me. I wouldn't necessarily have the time to sit down and watch it again, but whatever. Number 5, this one's probably more Trudy's kettle of fish. It's Ocean's 11.
Yes, I even Ocean's 12 I watched.
30. Have you seen Ocean's 13?
Yes,
yes.
13, yeah.
The anthology.
Yes.
Trudes.
Yes, I've seen it.
You love it.
Yes.
Brad
So-
Pitt.
No, George Clooney. There
Typical,
you go. Seen
typical.
it. See it again. Definitely.
All right, moving swiftly on. Number 4, top 10 grossing films from 2001 is Shrek. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Love it, and the kids love it.
The kids love it, don't they?
I think we first watched Shrek 2, then Shrek 3, then the original Shrek.
Joseph, you did it all wrong.
Yes, but it took some explaining. But
Do you have a preference? of the 1, 2, or 3?
I think, as in most movies, the second is always the best if it's a trilogy. Yes, I think so.
If there's 3 of them,
Yes.
the second.
So in that,
It's like, one of my favorite all-time favorites is The Godfather too, which I think is
Right.
It's a great movie.
So you would also suggest that Empire Strikes Back might be better than Star Wars?
I'm not too keen on that, but I wouldn't put it past it. No. Is it the bit when he Luke discovers that Darth Vader is his father?
Your father.
Is it 2, 3, 4? Or
That's 2. That's definitely 2.
Okay, I'm not into numbers on movies, but I do remember that scene.
I actually know someone who looks a bit like Shrek, but we won't go into that.
I know a couple.
I think we probably
Even
all
Darth
do.
Vader, without the helmet.
Brilliant. Okay, top 3 then. Number 3, top 10 grossing film of 2001. It's another animation, Disney Pixar animation, Monsters, Inc.
Yes, and Monsters University.
Yes.
Yes, great.
Great film.
Sully and what's the other guy's name? I forget the name.
It's another one the kids love, isn't it?
Yes.
One of the animations.
Even grown-ups love it.
Yeah.
But watching it with the kids is so much fun.
Truth?
I have seen it, would watch it again, actually have it at home on the shelf.
What?
And
VHS.
Shit. And I know someone that looks like Sully as well.
It's lookalikes. Okay, top 2. And strangely, I thought they'd be the other way round, but the number 2 biggest grossing film of 2001 was Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Not too keen on that.
Really?
I'm not too keen on that.
Okay.
Wow.
Truths?
Yeah, love. Got that on the shelves as well.
So, number 1.
And you won't believe that a friend of mine had given me Lord of the Ring cufflinks, and I
You've
have
got
them
them
on
here?
today. You won't believe that.
How cool.
It's the Fellowship of the Ring cufflinks.
My word.
I don't know why
Does it glow? Does
But
it
you
glow?
haven't seen the film.
No, I hate the movie. I tried to watch it once, and this friend of mine actually gave them to me some years ago, and I liked them.
They don't make you go invisible when you put them on, though, like the ring in the film.
Now you've busted me.
That's how he gets around so quick without being seen. And number 1 then, top 10 grossing film of 2001. It sold an extra $100 million on top of Lord of the Rings, which surprised me. Similar kind of philosophy. It's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Not really.
Now, me neither.
No, me neither.
It's all a bit children with wands.
Yeah.
You know?
Shouldn't be letting them anywhere near one.
Exactly. And that was a film game.
Hey! Woo!
All right, okay. Joseph, we have to play some more music. Another one chosen by you, Vasco Rossi. Yes?
I love him.
Tell me about this song.
Well, Alba Chiara is, I think, a huge thing. That if in Italian they say "se non ci fosse bisognerebbe inventarla." If it wasn't written, one should have written it. Really,
Right.
One should have invented it. It's a great song.
Fantastic. Well, we've got it right now. Alba Chiara here on One Radio 92.7. Join us in just a moment.
Malta's pride on the FM dial. 92.7 FM. One Radio.
One Radio 92.7. Of course, it's a 7 o'clock show, and I'm Paul.
And I'm Trudy.
We're still joined by the PM.
Fun.
Joseph, you're still here. You
I'm
haven't
still
run
here.
away yet. You found your glues stuck to the floor. We thank you for taking your time, for coming in to us. We know you've got to rush off, but we've got just a few more questions for you, if that's okay.
I'll be ready to answer.
It's called the in-depth round. Trudy.
So these are slightly longer than the quickfire round.
It's the same, just they're longer questions.
Just a chance to get to know a little bit more about you a little bit better. So the first question, and I'm dying to know, I'm really dying to know, when you were a young lad,
I'm still a young lad.
Yeah.
listen, we'll come to that in a minute. When you were a younger lad, did you dream of being Prime Minister? Did you say to your parents, one day I'm going to run the country?
No way. that sounds sick.
Actually, Joseph said earlier you wanted to be an artist. you said.
Yes, I wanted to be an artist, but I think they thought that my drawings were so bad that they'd rather have me run the country.
So So no thoughts
No,
about it at
not
all.
at
Wow,
all. Not at
wow.
all.
So is that a surprise for you now, looking back?
No, it cannot be. Well, I think by contesting elections and going for the leadership of the Labour Party, it was an obvious ambition for the country that because I have a vision, we have a vision for the country, but it's not something that you ask him, Mom, can I be?
Can I be Prime Minister?
I, on the other hand, did want to be Prime Minister when I was. Yes, I grew up in the Thatcher era.
You thought I could do a better job than
Yeah, I certainly did. You're 40. You were 40 this year,
Yes.
if I'm right in thinking. And being a Prime Minister is a huge accomplishment for someone of our age. You're 5 years younger than David Cameron when he came to power. Was it a surprise to find yourself Prime Minister at such an early point in your career?
Well, I think age is becoming less of an issue day by day. I'll tell you this, I've been Prime Minister for basically 11 months a year. So I entered the meeting room in the European Council as the youngest bloke. Now I'm the third youngest. Because in Luxembourg they elected a prime minister who's I think 3 months younger than I am, and now the Italians have elected a guy who's 1 year 1 month younger than I am. So
Wow.
it gets younger by the minute, it seems.
You set an awesome trend.
It's a precedent, that's right.
Could be.
Fantastic. Who's been the biggest influence in your life? Who can you look at your career path or just your life in general and say that person's really been epic?
My grandma.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, my grandma. She's a tough cookie.
Really? And
Yeah.
and so how is that then?
No, she's the type of person who would speak her mind out. She used to be a working mom at a time when women going out to work was quite unheard of over here. She actually went even abroad to work. So I think it widened her way of looking at things. Very left-wing in her thoughts. Would have never let me go.
So she was a big influence on your life.
Yes, very big influence.
And is she still?
She's still alive.
She's still alive.
She
How
is.
fantastic.
She turns 90 very soon.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hi,
So-
Grandma.
So does she ever? Hi. Does she ever come up to you and say, "Oh, you're doing that wrong. Do it like this"? Give you a bit of
She would
advice?
have loved to do that. I think. It is sad because she was a very active person. Now she has certain conditions that she cannot communicate as much as she did. But I think she has lived her life through and through, and I love her to bits.
Absolutely
Great,
fantastic. What's the biggest perk of being Prime Minister? I've always wanted to ask that.
Well,
I mean, is
I
that the
don't know
parking
other prime
spaces?
ministers. Myself, I don't see too many perks in being prime minister.
We were
I
gonna ask
think
if
the
we could-
only real advantage is that you don't get to park your car,
That's it. Fantastic.
which
Oh,
is
dear.
which gives you a lot of time to. So I like to reply to my own emails and that sort of thing, and I can do that only in my car by not driving and not parking.
I see.
That
of
would be
course.
very dangerous.
Especially if
and
you're spending a
illegal.
lot of time in Valletta, which of course you do.
Yes.
And parking's not the easiest there
Parking's a
either.
bit of a nightmare sometimes.
It is a nightmare, and that's a problem we have to face with.
Just as a question kind of that interests me as well, how did you celebrate your 40th birthday? Did you find that 40 crept up on you?
Yes, it was. Oh my God, I'm 40. That's
Right.
sort of. Yes. But it was very intimate. The day before, we had a surprise party at the office. Surprise! Every year they do me a surprise party. So if
On your birthday.
yes, on the eve of my birthday. So if I was still surprised at that surprise, it wouldn't be very astute of me. And on the day we went out for a quiet dinner.
Oh, fantastic.
Very nice,
How
very
lovely. Why do you support AC Milan?
Ooh.
Where did that come from?
Actually, I know where it came from. We were at Ta'ali Stadium, me and my dad. He used to take me every now and then to watch a football game. He wasn't very keen on any particular local team, but it was I do think it was Hamroon against Ballymena United. It was a Northern Irish team, something of the sort.
Oh my word!
And Hamroon won.
Really?
Yes,
Fantastic.
2-1,
Good
2-1
guys.
or 2-0, I do believe. That was end 70s, beginning of the 80s. And there was a sort of vendor at the entrance of the stadium. Said, "Dad, can you buy me something?" And I had just had some good results at school. I said, "Okay, what do you want to buy?" And there was this sort of band. And
Like
there
a
was
wristband.
Yeah, wristband.
Sure.
So my dad is a very keen Juventus fan.
Right.
I said, No, I didn't want to follow. And there was a Fiorentina and an AC Milan thing, and I went for the Fiorentina one. And I said, my dad told me, "No, that's blue." I said, "Okay, you have to take the red one." I took the red one. Little did I know at the time that Milan were in Serie B, were in the second division. So everyone was taking the mickey out of me because I support Milan. But eventually, Silvio Berlusconi came through. So I disagree on everything Berlusconi says or does in politics, but I bless him for spending so much money on making me a happy kid watching Milan on TV.
So choosing the wrong band, was that due to the colour blindness you mentioned earlier?
I simply didn't care.
I've got a quick question for you. Day in the life of your life. And not too detailed. I don't need to know who you're meeting. But what time do you get up? What do you have for breakfast? When do you finish work? How,
So I basically wake up around 6:30. Get the girls prepared for school. That's my part of the job, and
Yes.
I love it. So I spend around 1 hour with them, having them prepared, discussing what's next at school.
Oh,
Sure, great,
beautiful.
great.
That sort of I love that part of the day.
It's really
Then,
important, that family time, isn't it?
I think that we get so little time together that it's important to have it quality time. So we discuss what's on at school, what's on TV, what happened yesterday, what will happen tonight,
Great.
that sort of thing. So our twins are 6 years old, so they're trying to conceive the idea of what's happening. They have been through a lot. We have been through a lot of changes since they're around, and we have to try to explain that. And then I'm off to the gym.
Right. Good work.
Daily. Daily is 5 times a week. Then I'm off at the office and stay there until basically night.
I bet.
A question with the girls: do they have any concept of the idea that Daddy's got a rather important job?
Yes, they do. There are 2 things we try to instill in them. One, this is not forever.
Right.
Okay, so this is not something that is normal, and that this will not go on for years and years, but there will be a day when we call it quits.
How interesting.
And the second thing is that we don't hate anyone.
Yes.
Okay, so even if they get targeted sometimes on social media, and we don't hate anyone. They're
Right.
just people who think differently from what we think, and I think those are very 2 important points.
What a great lesson.
And
indeed.
I love the smile on your face when you talk about your girls. It's it obviously it's a big point of passion
I'm in love with
for
them.
you. And I just you're smiling now. I think
Yes,
it's
yes.
fantastic. I can see how much you care about them, and it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Joseph, you have to rush off. We're very aware of this.
Yes.
Thank you once again.
You're
for
unlocking the door now.
We'll unlock the door now. We'll let you go. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure. And now I know that I can say to my mum I've met the PM.
Ooh.
And if I wave to you in the street, I expect a thumbs up.
Okay,
Thank you,
fine.
Joseph.
Fantastic to have met
Great
you.
stuff. Thank you.
Grazie.
Thanks
Ciao,
a lot.
ciao. Oh my God. The Prime Minister has left the building.
Oh
Wow,
man,
wow.
man alive!
What a cool guy.
Isn't he just?
You know what? It's funny because, I mean, obviously I assume, I don't know, but I assume that people in Parliament have some kind of training to do radio interviews and things like that. But the best answers we've ever had.
That's not to offend all our other guests, of course.
No, exactly. Obviously, not offending anyone else.
What a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah, very cool. So we're still here at the 7 o'clock show. Thank you to Dr. Joseph Muscat for coming in and being our guest.
Yeah.
What a dude.
Going out for a pint later.
We're running out of time, so should we do a Very Yomush Vera?
Yeah. Okay,
Give it to
here
me.
we go.
Give it to me right now.
If you are listening right now, for 1 week only...
When else are they going to be listening? If you were listening yesterday...
If you're listening right now, for 1 week only, we are actually playing the Very Yomush Vera game for you to contact us and win prizes.
Win a prize!
Yeah, we have got the Irolosco CD, we've got the Kurt Calais CD, and we've got the Crown CD.
Double boom. A signed Crown CD.
Oh, yes, we have to. So, absolutely. So, all you've got to do is contact us on...
Indeed. Give us a shout on the email live@one.com.mt or on the SMS 5061 5011. It's 58 cents.
Or you can get in touch with us on facebook.com/One Radio Malta. Here's what we want to know.
Tell me.
Joseph Muscat is...
Who's that?
The Prime Minister is a big fan of Tottenham Hotspurs. Is that Vero Yomush Vera?
And if you get it wrong, you're an idiot.
If you were listening to the show earlier on today, you jolly well know. So here's the thing. Let me say that to you again. Vero Yomush Vera. Joseph Muscat supports Tottenham Hotspur's football team. Is that true or false? Vera Yomush Vera. Get in touch. Oh, go on. Oh, look
Should we do
at
it
that.
together? One, two, three. Get in touch with the show. Send us an email, live@one.com.mt or on the SMS 5061 5011. It's 58 cents.
Or you can get in touch with us on Facebook, facebook.com/One Radio Malta.
Facebook.com.
We're both really excited because Joseph Muscat's just left the room. But here's the thing. Get in touch with us. Tell us, is it Vera Yomush Vera? Joseph Muscat supports Tottenham Hotspur's football team, and you will win, or you could win, not guaranteed, 3 CDs. Oh, go on.
Why are we doing this? It must be the nerves.
We're just so
It's
excited.
just nerves.
I was a little bit nervous, I have to say.
Get your hands on the CDs. Get in touch with us right now. You've got 10 minutes to win them.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Fantastic. Pharrell Williams and Happy. It's One Radio, 92.7, and it's a 7 o'clock show.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Paul.
And I'm Trudy.
Welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us. We're here for another 7 minutes.
Oh, my.
At which point, Izaza Yastatsu are taking over.
How fantastic.
So, let's do some shout-outs.
Okay.
Big shout-out to Anthony Mifsud.
Big shout out to Tony McKillop in Canada, who thinks Joseph is the coolest PM in the world. Thank you for listening in.
Oh, hi, mate. Franz Stuberes. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Joseph Briffer, great interview. Thanks, mate.
And John, loving the interview with the PM. Thanks, John. Thanks for listening.
How frightfully lovely. And I'm going to give a very quick shout out. Grace, Lucienne, Helen, Antoinette, Bernadette, Joseph, Carmen, Charmaine, Grace, Lucienne again, Grace, Ruth, Mill, Romina, Thomas, Mary Grace, Mary, Rose, Tony, Doris, Monica, Helen, Josephine, Charlie, Ray, Christopher, Charmaine, Joe, Candice, Chensina, and Carmenu.
What's that, Facebook?
Yeah.
I thought you were just reading your phone book out. Why does it? Well, we always get on touch on Facebook. Give me an email or an SMS. Listen, let's do Vera Yomush Vera again very quickly.
Okay, here we go. Vera Yomush Vera for this evening. Joseph Muscat supports Tottenham Hotspur's football team. Get in touch with us. Let us know, because there's 3 lovely, beautiful, gorgeous CDs for you to win.
Indeed. On the email, live@one.com.mt, or you can SMS us 5061 5011. It's 58 cents, dears.
Or guess what? I'm sitting right here in front of Facebook, facebook.com/One Radio Malta.
And you've literally got until the end of KTB to do that. So you want to do that as fast as you can. Win yourself 3 CDs. Quickly again.
Yeah, Irolosco, Kurt Calais, The Crowns.
Fantastic.
And it is very immature.
Okay, great stuff. So time is running out rapidly as we slowly inch our way closer and closer to 8:15. 7 o'clock show. Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Trudy.
And we've got to go, but we've got to do Vera Yomush Vera to end things.
Okay. I like your dance moves there. So the answer to the question, Vera Yomush Vera.
What was the question?
The question was, I'm about to say, the question was, does Joseph Muscat supports Tottenham Hotspurs? The
Vera,
answer
your
is
mush Vera.
Mushbera. He supports AC Milan.
Obviously, as he did just tell us on the show.
Yes, he did.
Exactly. Everyone got it right, though, so that's good.
Fantastic. So who have you got there?
Right, so I've got Anthony, Franz, John, Johnny, Maria, and Wayne. All got it correct.
I've got Tony, Charmaine, Miranda, and Yosef, and we've got them nicely here in a hat. We're shaking the hat.
Yeah, shake the hat, shake it, shake it, baby, shake it.
Yosef, you've won.
Who is it?
Yosef Briffa.
Yosef Briffa.
Whoa! Okay.
You've got your hands on 3 CDs. They will be available for you to collect from the One Productions reception from Saturday morning. Is that right?
Frightfully
How
lovely.
frightfully lovely.
Listen, it's been great sharing the show with everyone this evening. It's been such an adventure for us. We've been excited, nervous, delighted, fabulously, wonderfully. Ugh.
It's been great, and but we've got to go. Up next on One Radio is Zaza Yastatsu. Up next on One TV in 15 minutes, you've got Il Clicker. That's it from us, but we'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, for
The TFI Friday.
TFI Friday.
Nearly caught me out there.
Almost got you. See you later. See you tomorrow.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao, bye.
Malta's pride on the FM dial. 92.7 FM. One Radio.